Hello everybody, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well. So welcome back to my channel, the Programmer Tutorials channel. If you are new here, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. So today we're gonna talk about basic Photoshop editing for someone who has never opened Photoshop in their lives. So this is very basic. We're gonna work most of the time. We're gonna work with enhancing the colors here, making the colors like brighter and add more contrast and some stuff like that. And we're gonna do some other tricks and tips and tricks. So that's it. I mean, you want to make your photos look bright and look alive, even though you've took them using your phone. So I will use the picture or the photo that you see here in the wallpaper of my computer, and you see that the colors are not so alive. We're gonna make this green, this blue more blue. We're gonna add some light, some darkness in some places here. So let's do it. So just open your Photoshop, and I'm having Adobe Photoshop 2022. And actually, all Adobe Photoshop versions are the same when it comes to the basic features, but they have some slight differences in some other features. So don't worry about the version. So just open your Photoshop. Here is your Photoshop. Go to the place where your picture is. If you don't have a picture to edit, I will have the link of the picture that I'm editing in this video in the description down below. So you're gonna download it and edit it. And you can just bring your own picture from your phone and do some editing on that picture. So go to the place where your picture is located and bring Photoshop, make it smaller. Wait a minute, like this, and drag the picture here. And when you see that thing saying copy, just let it, and it's gonna open here, as you see. And when it open, make Photoshop bigger. So here is our picture. Actually, our picture is not so bad, but I think that we can make it better. So let's just try and see. So the first thing here, this is your Photoshop. It may look scary and you may be scared, like, what is this what's all these buttons and this text are doing here? So don't worry, just make sure you are here in this tool or the selection tool or the move tool, and go to layers, click on layers. You're gonna have a background layer, and this background is locked, so you can't edit in this background. So just duplicate layer and make sure that you don't give the same name to the new layer. I'm gonna call it background copy, call it whatever you want, and just okay. So here is our new layer, call it background copy. And you see here we have an eye. When we click the eye, when the eye disappears, it means that we don't see the differences we made. And when the eye appears again, we're gonna see the differences we made. I'm gonna show you that in a little bit. So just go to image and go to auto tune and click. And you see it made some differences here. It made something brighter, some things darker. So when you click the eye here, the differences we made gonna disappear, and we're gonna look at the original picture. And when we click the eye and the eye appears, we're gonna see the differences. So there is auto tune, there is auto color, there is auto contrast, and they doesn't always work. As you see here, I did auto contrast. Wait a minute. I did auto contrast and it didn't make a big difference. And when I do auto color, I didn't like how it's like transformed my image like this. I didn't like the colors, so just undo auto color. So look for whatever works for you, because these features work different for different images. Auto color may be amazing for some photos. Auto tune may be the best. Just try them all, and when you are when you don't like the effect, just go here in edits and undo. You're gonna just undo or redo. So that's it for the first thing we're gonna do. Now go here in adjustments and go to levels. And levels, this is just a powerful thing here. Here is the dark colors and here is the bright color. When we pull this here, our picture gonna be very bright. okay? And when we pull these things, our picture gonna be dark, you see? So I'm gonna pull this a little bit here, make things a little bit brighter, not very bright. Don't overdo things. Just when you feel that the picture is the way you like it, stop. There's no specific value. It depends on the picture. Maybe you took the picture in a dark place and you want to make it lighter, and there's a lot of stuff, you know? So the dark, pull the dark. Actually, I like the dark you see here. I like the dark that appears here. I like to make my pictures a little bit darker, not very dark, you know, just a little bit darker, maybe like this, I'm not sure. And this one, you can play with this one. It's gonna go to the light or you're gonna go to the dark. It depends on where you're gonna put it. If it goes this way, it goes to the dark. If it goes this way, it goes to the light. I'm gonna just leave it in the middle with a value of 1. So that's it. Just go here and click the eye so you see the differences that we made just right now. Here is without the levels and here it is with the levels. So it's pretty like beautiful. So go to adjustments again. There is the vibrance, and here like this vibrance, like it's just magic. I mean, you see the blue of the sky, the blue of the sea, you see the green, what's called the green grass and some stuff. So when you pull this thing here till the end, everything gonna be more dark. I mean, it gonna add colors. This green gonna be more green, this blue gonna be more blue. I mean, this mountain, all the colors gonna be more and more. So you see? I'm gonna pull this here to make you see the difference. You see, I'm gonna just click the eye here to make you see the difference. I mean, look at the mountain. Look at the grass, how green it is. Not the grass, maybe the trees. Look at the sea. Look at the sea. It's lighter blue and it's gonna be more blue, you see? Like, it's just unbelievable. Don't mess with the saturation. I'm gonna mess with the saturation to show you that it's not what you need. When you mess with the saturation, you don't get anything beautiful. So just don't mess with the saturation. Leave it on 0. So that's it for the saturation. And the vibrance, so we went in levels and in vibrance. So we're gonna go to color balance, okay? Color balance, here we have, for example, we have the blue and the red. If we push it, it's gonna be more red. If we push it this way, it's gonna be more blue. So we're gonna just undo. So you just do whatever works for you. For example, I have more blue in my picture. So I'm gonna push it just a little bit to the blue, not very blue because it's gonna be just very beautiful, not beautiful. So not very blue, you see, not very blue, just not red, but just a little bit blue, like -4. I mean, you see, we made a little bit difference. So we have the magenta, which is pink, and we have green. And as you see, we have more green in our picture. So we're gonna push it just a little bit to the green. So the green color is gonna be more green. Just a little bit, and let's see the difference. So I think you can see the difference here. So, just work with it. And when I feel that the picture is okay, I just stop. That is the yellow and the blue. You can mess with this, make it more blue. You see how it looks beautiful, or make it more yellow. I'm gonna make it to 0 and see if I need to make any differences. I'm gonna just push to the blue, but I don't think that I need to. I think the picture is nice this way. Just to work a little bit here and with colors. And I think that the picture now is nice. Don't add a lot of green. You know, the trees are green, but there is also a green color here in the sea. If you add a lot of green, you see, even though the grass gonna be green and beautiful, but the sea gonna look green, and it's not something we want. We want the sea to be blue, so we're gonna just add a little bit of a green. Not very green, just a little bit for our trees, and we make sure that we don't affect the sea a lot. You see here, it's blue, and it's gonna turn to be green. So just don't make it very green. We need to like save the color of our sea. Yeah, so I think that is nice right now. So you can do this color balance, but if you feel that the previous picture was better, you see, this is the previous picture without the color balance, and this is the picture with the color balance. There's some differences, of course. And there is the hue. Where is the hue? Here, the hue and saturation. So the hue is changing colors, you know, it's changing colors. So it making, like, for example, if you just mess up with the hue this way, you're gonna just like see a red sea, a sea of blood. So don't mess with this hue until, make it tilt of 0, until you choose a color here. There is a master, and there is the reds, there is the yellows, the greens, the cyans, the blues, and the magentas. For example, let's mess with the blues. There is the blue here. I mean, you can mess with the blues, but it's not messing with this. It's not messing with the sea. We can mess with the greens and change the color, but it's not something funny. So let's adjust and do a hue and saturation. Just to click here and like just delete this layer of the hue and saturation, and we're gonna just, you see here we have a lot of stuff going on here. Let's just make this bigger. So we have color balance, we have the vibrance, the levels, and we did the auto-tune here. So just click shift and click on everything here to select this 4, the background copy, the levels, the vibrance, and the color balance, and right click and merge layers. Okay, and they all gonna be one layer to make the like the comparing process easy for us. So just click here. This is our previous picture. This is the edited pictures. The picture, edited picture. And of course there is a difference. I mean, the colors here seems to be dead. I mean, seems to that the colors are not alive. The blue of the sea is not that blue that makes you like want to visit the sea. But this one is different, you see? It's very different. So this is basic editing. There's some stuff we're gonna do right here. Right now, we were working with the colors, you know? We were working with the colors. I mean, you want to change the colors of your picture and some stuff like that. We're gonna work with one more tool and end this basic editing video. So this one tool is the crop tool. I mean, if you want to crop your image, if you see that it's too big, if you want to make it in a specific size, so just like drag here and crop, and here is the pixel, the width gonna appear here, you see? The width in the pixel is like when you feel like you want like 70/20, just stop here, maybe here, and just click yes here, and I'm gonna crop the image. But this is so easy to do. It's not why I am showing you the crop tool. I'm showing you the crop tool because of this. I mean, if you have this unchecked, check this. Cropping doesn't mean always making the photo smaller. I mean, if you don't know that, there is a trick in Adobe Photoshop that makes cropping tool very useful. So cropping doesn't mean that you want to make your picture smaller. What if you want to make your picture bigger? You're gonna see that it's impossible. How can you make your picture bigger? You can add like scenes, you can add a lot of stuff. So just make this thing bigger like this. You see? There is the content over. Make sure you check this and click yes. And wait a little bit, it's gonna take some time, not a lot of time. So it's filling some new stuff. You see? And it's added some stuff here, even though the stuff it's added is not as the original stuff. It's added a little bit of sea here, it added some stuff. So if we undo, you see that our picture was smaller, so now our picture is bigger. So again, in the crop tool, for example, let's add above the mountains. This crop tool doesn't always work, so don't add a lot of stuff. I mean, add it just a little bit. If you add a lot of stuff, it's gonna mess everything. It depends on your picture. So we're gonna enter yes and wait for it, and it's gonna fill the picture. I don't know if it's gonna do it this time. I think it did it a little bit better, even though there is here some unwanted stuff, and we can work with the brush tool and change this stuff, but we're gonna do that in a later video. But in the sky and everything, it added the part of the mountain, it's just like nice. There's no problem with that. For example, let's add from this direction, like this, and yes, and I hope it add things really nice. And I think it add things very nice this way. You can't see that it is duplicated unless you are like just zooming in and see that the pictures are not like are not, how to say that, are not in a natural way like this picture. There's some stuff here, you see. So you can use this tool, but for example, in stuff that doesn't have a lot of things, that have a lot of lots of colors, you can adjust that. For example, let's go to the home. We have this and this, and if you see like a lot of my videos, I use this for YouTube covers, and I got them from the internet. But the YouTube thumbnail has like a specific size, and the size of these was too small. So I liked to make it bigger and to make it the size of YouTube like stuff. Now it's in the size of YouTube stuff, but for example, let's add a little bit of background. We want the picture to be super tall, super wide, I don't know, content aware, and yes. And wait for it a little bit. And you see, it's add things with no problems. It's add the gradient color here, the gradient colors here, and it adds a lot of stuff. So you can use this content aware with some stuff that doesn't have a lot of how to say that, doesn't have a lot of stuff in the background going. For example, if you make this bigger, there is the sea that needs to be bigger, there is the sky, there is the grass and trees. So let me look for a picture on the internet and come back and show you how that works. So I found this picture on the internet, and you see that this picture has a vase of flowers and it doesn't have a lot of stuff going on the background. So do you think that we can make content aware work here? So I think that it's gonna work. Go to the crop tool and make it bigger this way or this way, or both ways. I don't know. Let's try and see. For example, let's make it bigger like this, and yes, and wait for it. I think it's gonna work. I'm not sure. So you see, like it works like magic. You can, for example, bring some stuff here. Make two vases, for example. There is this quick selection tool. You're gonna select this thing here. You can make this thing, two of this thing in the same picture by selecting this stuff. But I think that I'm not gonna teach you this today because it's like a little bit advanced. So let's just undo. I mean, I did a lot of stuff. So yeah, go here. We can make now, after we make it bigger, we can make it more big. For example, if you want to write something in the background or add some stuff, you can make this more big. And you can start like duplicating the layer and like start working on your picture, doing the auto tune, doing the levels. Again, I'm showing you again just in case. So doing the levels here, a little bit of light, a little bit of dark, not very dark, just a little bit. I think that's nice right now. And adding more vibrance, not very vibrance. So it didn't add a lot of stuff. So yeah, you see we did make some differences here. So we're gonna just select the layers and merge them, and we see the differences that we made. If we don't like the differences we made, we can just make some other differences. So yeah, that's it for basic Photoshop editing, and I think that it's easy. You don't need to worry. I mean, even though if you open Photoshop in your life, just there is this tool, which is the move tool. Be in this tool, work here with the adjustments and with the image auto tune, auto contrast, and auto color, and go to the crop tool. Make sure that you take this content aware, make this image like bigger, and say, oh, there's a problem here. Undo. There is the background, and there is this one here. So we can delete this. So just go to the crop tool, make the image bigger if you want, click the content aware, wait for a little bit, and you will see the difference. You can make it bigger, you can make it like bigger here and there, a lot of stuff. I enjoy making this stuff actually. So make sure you tick this. So yeah, and wait a little bit for it. And it's doing like a good stuff, even though there's some a little bit of issues here, but it's like doing a good stuff. So that's it for today's video. I'm gonna show you just how to save. So this is our first picture. Go to File, go to Export. You can quick export, or you can go to this one. I prefer to export as, because it has a lot of settings. So the size, we're gonna not like change the size. It's gonna be 1.3 megabytes. It's gonna be a PNG. You can make it a GPG if you like, and if you want. So everything is okay. Where is the I want to export it somewhere, but where is I mean, I need to browse. I didn't export in a lot of time, so export, yeah. Now we can browse. So here, we're gonna just say save, and we're gonna go and see our new picture, which is this one. And you see here my background. I wanna change it and see the difference, maybe. So make it as wallpaper, and you see the difference. I mean, the difference is very obvious. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you find this video if this video benefits you, and if you got a lot of information from this video. Thanks a lot and take care.